Well, hello, this is Mr. Nicholson, and I'm your instructor for Math 152, Fall 2017. I've created this video to walk you through how the class will be run. So in your Blackboard courses, you should see Math 152, D1W. So we click on that. And I'm going to set the edit mode off so it looks like what you'll see. So in the announcements, there's a description of how the class is run, but I'm going to go through that so you can go back and look at that later. But the first thing is, let's look at the syllabus. So there's a course of study under the syllabus tab. There's also a list of homework assignments, so we'll come back to that later. Let's open up the Word document, and let's look at it like this. So this is fall 2017. Information about who I am, where I am, how you can get in contact with me. This is the, let's zoom in a little bit. So here is a description of the course. You can read that. Here's what we'll be looking at: counting methods, probability, statistics, personal finance, algebra review and graphing, some objectives. You can read through those. The book, I've already sent you a link to. It's the 12th edition of Mathematical Ideas. You can buy a used edition. You do not need the key or the there's no WebAssign. I do have some books in my office. If somebody has trouble purchasing one, let me know. I will provide office hours. They will be posted. I'll send you an email once I establish those. All papers, including tests and homework, should have sufficient number of steps to be included in each problem so that the procedure is clear. I don't just want answers to the questions. Some of them are just answer questions, but some of them require steps, and the steps should be shown. Okay, the grading, attendance 5%, homework 20%, tests and project 55%, final exam 20%. The attendance, I'll explain how you do that for an online class. It's 10-point grading scale. We'll talk about attendance here. And then there's some other things that you can read through, you know, what it is, basically what we would consider to be cheating, and the withdrawal policy, as well as taking completes and things like that. The academic calendar is on the website. You can check that out for all the details of dates. You don't have to worry about weather. Okay, so I'll let you read through that for all the details. Okay, let's go back here. Okay. As I said, under the syllabus tab on the left here is the list of the homework. It's an Excel file. Let's just go ahead and open it up. There's a reasonable amount of homework involved in this class, so you can see the homework problems in the sections. Okay, so when is homework due? Homework due is, for this online class, is due when you take the test. So if we have a chapter 10 test, your chapter 10 homework is due when you take the test. You'll hand it in with your test. You can pick up your test from my office and the homework as well. We'll post your grades on Blackboard. I can scan in your tests and email those to you if you have a hard time getting into campus to get the test personally. So the key thing about homework is that you need to do sufficient work to demonstrate to me that you know what you're doing. And there are cases on tests as well where I'm expecting you to show me the procedure, which will be obvious based on the reviews. Okay, so let's look at the tab called Course Content. There's the instructions again for the class. So you'll see there's a whole bunch of YouTube video links. They're playlists. So these are all links to playlists. So the main one you're going to be using is this one, class lectures. And I'll be changing that link. I'm creating another set of lectures or slight modifications of the lectures. But just click on that link. It'll be corrected here shortly. So you'll see that they're the classes. So you just watch them in sequence. When you assign the homework in the lecture, you do the homework. You also read the book for that section. So you should see the problems worked out by me in the lectures. You should see the problems worked out in the book. And then you'll work the problems out as well. You'll turn in those worked out problems at each test. And I'm not going to accept homework that's late for that for that particular chapter. Okay, so those are the videos. There are also videos for the homework, and what I'm suggesting you do, I'm encouraging you to do, is to try to do the problems without watching the videos, because that'll give you the best benefit. If you get stuck, you're not sure what to do, then you can go watch the videos. So there's no reason for you not to do all of the homework, except you don't have enough time for whatever reason, whether that's laziness or other things. But you should be able to get 100% on your homework through hard work. But again, I'm encouraging you to try to do the problems without these videos to explain what's going on. Okay, so this is the homework. Chapter 12, we don't have a specific test for chapter 12. There are some chapter 12 problems on the exam, but to test you on the material, this is a Google Doc project. So you'll learn how to do some statistics using Google Docs. And there's a video here, YouTube videos, chapter 12 project. And there are 4. One is for doing the spreadsheet, then there are 2 others, and then this is from chapter 13, car payment example, so you have to do that as well. These 3 go along with chapter 12 project. Those are counted as a test, so it's something you can't just ignore. And past experiences, you'll be able to do it. You just have to, if you just go through the video, have a window open with the video and one with your spreadsheet, you should be able to do it. It's not, the numbers are not exactly the same, but the process is the same. Okay, so those are all the videos. The only one I have to change the link to this one for the lectures, but all the other ones are already, those are all correct at this point. Okay, what else we got? Oh, reviews. So there are reviews for each test. So there's a chapter 10 test review, chapter 11 test, 13. The chapter 12 test is the project. Now there will be some chapter 12 on the exam, but I'll tell you what you need to know. And then these 2, 13 and 7, are in the 3rd test. So this is test 1, test 2, project, test 3, and then the exam. So you want to watch those before you take the test. Speaking of tests, you can bring one sheet of paper with anything on it to the test. So you don't have to memorize formulas. You just have to know how to use them appropriately, know what the parts of the formulas mean. So you'll have permission to do that. So for the tests, bring a calculator, bring some scratch paper, and you can bring what I call a cheat sheet. It's just again, it's not a matter of memorization in this case. Now, as far as attendance, it says here, attendance question discussion board. So each class will have a question, and the question will be within the lecture. So then you, to put in your answer for that particular class to show me that you watched the video, you click on the attendance question, and then you create a thread where you put in, attendance class 1 question, and then write your message down here for the answer, and then you just submit. And then I see that, I look at them and see that you have answered the correct question. There are some that are not going to have questions in them. So if that's the case, then just say there was no attendance question. 90% are going to have questions, but there are going to be a few that don't have any questions. And so you just have to pay attention going through. And it'll be obvious what the questions are. It'll say the attendance question for this class is, so it's not subtle. And so shouldn't be any problem. Just watch the videos. So that's the attendance. So that's pretty much it. So if we go back to the announcements and read the description, read the course of study, you'll watch the videos. Once the homework is assigned in the lectures, you'll complete the homework for that section. You should also read the corresponding section of the book prior to attempting the homework. So you can read the book, watch the video, read the book, whichever order. Do both of those. Then do your homework. There's an Excel file that tells you what all the homework assignments are, so if you want to go back, make sure you do the right ones. As I said, the YouTube videos for the homework solutions. Try to attempt them on your own. Once you complete the classroom lectures and the homework, you'll watch the appropriate review, which I showed you where those were. Then once you've done those, you'll take the tests or complete the project. And I'm going to kind of leave it up to you to get it done. It's 15 weeks, so after about 3 to 4 weeks, you should take chapter 10 test. Another 3 or 4 weeks, you should take chapter 11 test. I'll remind you. I'll say, hey, it's about time to take chapter 10 test. Please try to get it done. So check your email for any additional information. I think that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, just email me. I'm pretty good at checking on email. And if you want to come by my office for some help, there's also, you can go to the Achievement Center or the library for tutoring. There's some good options there if you need some additional help.